Hello everybody, it's Sonic Ninja, and this is an update on the DIOS MIOS video that I did not too long ago. The issue last time was I wasn't able to play GameCube games off of a thumb drive. Sorry. There we go. SanDisk. Well, anyways, so I did a little research and I finally figured out what was the matter. I haven't updated my Wii in a while, and I don't mean by Nintendo's update, I meant like actually updating the iOS files. So what I'm going to teach you guys here is I'm going to teach you how to update your system files, replace the old DIOS MIOS files that I had installed on your Wii, so to say, and install the new ones that'll work with the thumb drive. And also a loader that will be able to load the GameCube games off of your thumb drive. Alright, so you're going to go over to the computer here. Well, first, let's get the SD card. Alright, I'm going to be putting all the files that you're going to need. I'm going to organize it and put it into a RAR file for you, just like I did in the first video. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up the SD card. I got all the files in here. I'm going to make it so when I make it's going to have a README that's going to be basically saying everything I'm doing right now, but in step-by-step format. So it's going to have a folder that says to SD. And what you're going to do is you're going to copy all these files over and just paste them right to your SD card. It would be easier to blank out your SD card, back it up, and then put all these files on there, just so you can not get confused by what's going on here. So essentially what we're going to be doing here is we are going to be updating your Wii's iOS files, and then uninstalling the old DIOS MIOS by putting the old MIOS back on your Wii, and then putting the new DIOS MIOS on your Wii. And then if you want to do it optional and install the configurable USB loader channel on your Wii, you can do that. But you don't have to. You just need to have the two files, the USB loader file and the app for it inside. See that right there? It says USB loader and apps. The USB loader one you'll have to keep, and this one right here too. This one right here, USB loader. Okay? So now we'll go on, turn on the Wii. Turn the light off here. Let's see. Whoops. Oh well. Okay. Start it up here. Alright. Alright, so we're just going to load up the homebrew channel. Alright, so the first thing you're going to load is Pimp My Wii. What this is essentially going to do is just update your system files, your system iOS's, so they're up to date and will be able to not create any conflicts with DIOS MIOS. Okay, so what we got up here is the first selection. It says perform a test and fix problems. So we're going to press A, and then it's going to go and find all the iOS's and see if they're updated. Also, one thing I should like to mention is make sure that you are connected to your Wi-Fi when doing this, so they can get all the correct iOS's. Okay, so it says no useful iOS. Now we're patching. Alright, you press A, and then you're going to do a network installation. So it should be able to find all the necessary iOSs that you're going to need and patch them for you. The only thing that this thing doesn't do, and something I still need to work on, is I need to get Hermes. And what essentially Hermes does is it allows you to use both of your USB drives in the back of USB ports in the back of your Wii, because press A, do network installation. Only the first USB spot in the Wii only works with like homebrew stuff, like right here. This one right here, the closest to the CD drive. That's the only one that works unless you have Hermes installed, but I've never been able to successfully install Hermes, but I'm going to look into it. Alright, so now we're going to continue, and then it says, do you want to read modified games with a DVD? This is only for people who have the old Wii that I explained in my first video. This is the second version of the GameCube model Wiis, so we're not going to be able to do that, so I'm pressing no. Alright, it's going to do a diagnostic, and then press A. Alright, A. Okay, so now we're getting here. We don't have to change anything. It's going to do everything for us. It's going to install the right iOSs. Just press an A to get right through the menu. Don't have to worry. Do not have to worry. And then it says press A to start the installation. You just do it. And now it's going to find all of the iOSs online and install them onto your Wii system. And if any of you are noticing the music that's looping in the background, that is from Mighty Switch Force. The song is called Love You, Love You, Love You. I don't know why, I keep listening to it on repeat like almost every day for like the past 2 weeks. It's really good. That and Caught Red-Handed, both from Mighty Switch Force, so it's amazing. I'm gonna buy the game just because of the soundtrack. And yes, I am hacking, but yes, I do buy games. If I like what the developers are doing, or if there isn't any hacks available for that system yet, I do support game developers because I hope to be one soon. So, if there are games that you really do like, the companies anyway, support them by buying their games. But, yeah. Anyways, so it should be doing all the necessary patching right now. One thing I'd like to mention, setting up the thumb drive is a lot easier than setting up one for Wii games, because Wii games you would have to use WFSB or something, some weird format, and it makes your drive unable to do anything else with it. Windows will see it as like, oh, it's a damaged drive, but you can only view it through the WFSB manager and it looks normal. But with this, all you have to do is make sure that it's FAT32. You format your thumb drive in FAT32 and it should be all good. So you format it in FAT32 and then you make a folder on the root of the drive called games, just all lowercase, GAMES. And then you'd have to use a program to compress the GameCube ISOs in the specific format it needs to be, and then you would just drag and drop it once it's converted into the games folder. And I'll show you what it looks like once it's all formatted and done. Maybe if somebody requests me, I may show you how to convert GameCube ISOs in another video, but I'm just showing you how to get DIOS MIOS working through your thumb drive. So see, I have right here, I have a fucking light. I have the games folder, and then I have Fire Emblem, Star Fox Adventures, and the Zelda collection. Star Fox Adventures doesn't really work all that well. There's no audio, and yeah, there's no audio. Like there's audio, but there isn't voices. So when Crystal's talking to the lizard in the beginning, he's just like you're watching one of the 90s or 20s silent movies. So I gotta figure out what's wrong with that. But Fire Emblem works amazingly perfect. Zelda works amazingly perfect. Super Monkey Ball. You saw Animal Crossing on the video before. I'm going through and seeing which ones work and don't, and trying to see why. But I can confirm that at least 4 games do work with DIOS MIOS without any problems. So yeah. So basically, that's what it is. It basically compresses the ISO, renames it, and then this file is needed here so it can be able to boot. But like I said, well, maybe I might get into that in another video, but I'm not going to right now. Okay, so we come back over here and the installation is done. So now, press A, and then it's done. So if you are ever cautious to see if everything went together, you can perform a test, and then it'll let you know if everything was installed correctly. So it looks through all of your iOS's and makes sure that everything is all set. And this is also too, if you had BootMe installed and you accidentally bricked your Wii and you have a way of getting back to the Homebrew channel, this may be a way of fixing your Wii. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't bricked a Wii in a while because I've been smart about what I've done. But I'm not saying necessarily people are dumb because they bricked their Wii, but being careless and installing wrong things or uninstalling things can cause it. But this may be a way that you can fix your Wii after it's done. But so anyways, we just press A and then it does the diagnostic, and then it said no, nothing was found, no problem. So now we're gonna go down here to exit, and we're done with Pimp My Wii, sorry. Alright, so now we're gonna go here to WAD Manager. We're gonna go load it. Alright. Alright, gonna need the Wiimote for this one. So basically, just disclaimer, press A. You're gonna select iOS 249. That is very important. Never move it from this, always 249. Then you're gonna leave NAND disabled. You're not gonna need that. The SD card is where you're booting everything from. And you're gonna go to the WAD folder, and then you're going to install this right here. If you followed my video last time, this will basically uninstall DIOS MIOS and reinstall the original MIOS so it's back to normal. Okay? So now, the next thing we're going to do is install DIOS MIOS. This is the version that will work. Now that all of your iOS's are updated, now we just run it, install it, and then you're going to go down here. BC V6 is the other one that you have to install as well. It'll also be, everything will be together, so no confusion. Alright, and that's it. That you got DIOS MIOS. But let's try out the channel just because we want to try it out. Sorry for the light. My S3, it's kind of new and I don't really know how to turn off the flash while I'm recording. But anyways, so now that we're here, now we're done. So all you're going to do, hit the home button. And if you notice the Final Fantasy VI boss battle theme music, that's pretty cool too. Okay, so now we got it right here. Configurable USB loader. So now you're going to load that up. First, we're going to take our thumb drive here that has the files, put it in the USB port that's closest to the disk drive. See? So, like that. Alright. Or the one closest to, I'm sorry, this brightness is ridiculous. The one away from the the CD drive. You want it in that one. Okay. Sorry about that confusion. I'll make sure I'll state that in the README so you don't have to get confused about that. Anyways, so now what we're going to do, we're going to load this. Alright. Get my GameCube memory card. Plug it in. Alright. Now, right here, it says select a partition, auto not found. So what you're going to do is you're going to press A, and then it says raw. Whatever, just press A. And then it opens it up. And then here we go. Here's the 3 games that I showed you that I have on here. So what you're going to do right here, you're going to go to options, and then you're going to go to system, and then sorry about that. System. You're going to, it says save settings. So now it's saved the setting and it knows it's booting from the USB all the time. Okay? So then if you go to update, you can go download missing covers. So basically what that'll do is that'll go through and get the actual image art for the GameCube game that you have. So this actually takes a little bit to get done because it does like 5 different covers for it, but once you do, you'll know what game you're playing unless you know the actual ID code for it. But regardless, it's almost done. So, and also too, if you already play like Wii games on this or on your hacked Wii with like USB Loader GX or something, you can also use this as well. It should be able to detect your Wii games once you plug it inside of the SD or the USB spot in the one closest to the SD port. So now it's done. We press A and see, here they are. So let's start up Zelda. So boom. So see, it shows that DIOS MIOS is installed, and now it should boot right to the game. And also, like in the first video, let me remind you that you do need at least a retail Wii or GameCube disc inside of your Wii. Otherwise, it won't load. I've seen it happen where I tried playing Super Monkey Ball 2 without a disc in, and it would not load. It would get to certain things, the music wouldn't load, and it was all buggy. But regardless, here we are. See? It booted right. We'll start up Majora's Mask just to show you that it's actually working. And by the way, this was a clean install. This was my friend's Wii. Mine's is right there. I just did all this for you. This was all done right then and there. I never went over anything. This was a clean install. So here we go. Going by saying that this is my most favorite Legend of Zelda game ever. But yeah, fuck you, dog. Anyways, so you saw it working here. DIOS MIOS on the second version GameCubes with the GameCube controller ports, working off of a thumb drive, straight from a clean boot. Anywhere you're at, just all you gotta do is follow my steps. It's really simple, and you should be playing GameCube games off your USB drive in no time. So just remember, launch, pimp my Wii, perform installs, perform test and install, then let it go through, let it go through. Alright, then exit, go to WAD Manager, and just press iOS 249, press disable NAND, press Wii SD card, and then you just install MIOS 10, which is the original MIOS, then DIOS MIOS, then BC V6, I think it was, and then you can have the option of installing the configurable USB loader channel, and that's it. And then once you have your GameCube games correctly on the USB drive, then it should be working fine. Also, another little shortcut here, if you press LRZ and start, it's kind of hard to do that with my phone in my hand, but if you press those all together, it should back out to the system menu, so you don't have to restart your Wii. And we see we have the USB loader, the configurable USB loader channel right here. And it didn't load. Well, anyways, I'm not really too fond of channels anyway. I'd much rather just load everything off of the homebrew channel. So yeah, sorry that the channel doesn't work. I'm gonna have to look into that more. Like I said, doesn't really matter. You don't need it. Just need to load configurable USB loader and launch your game. That's all you got to do. Just to show you that another game works. See Ike fuck somebody up real quick. Hopefully he gets a critical. Nope. Nope. You saw it working. Alright, well, follow all of the steps. Don't install anything funny. You already know. Just watch the video. Read the README. It's extremely simple, almost close to being brain dead. It was just the point of finding the right files and figuring out why it was happening. Basically, update your iOS's, install DIOS MIOS, play. That's all you gotta do. Anyways, this is Sonic Ninja signing out.